Hello everyone, myself Faiz Khan and you are listening to our new podcast ATMANIRBHAR Talks. So in this podcast we will be talking to various freelancers or service providers from multiple domains and take a peek into their lifestyle. Also visit our website at www.inshaan.com or reach us at Inshaan Corp inshaancorp@gmail.com for any further queries. Thanks.
Tell us about yourself. Who are you and where are you from? What do you do?
I'm Mohammad Ali, and my nickname you can call me Nart Jack Vivid. This is my code name, and I am a freelancer, and I am from Bangladesh.
Cool. So, you're a freelancer of what do you do?
I'm a web developer. Mostly, I work for the website building, and sometimes I do the design, but that's occasional, not every time.
Cool. So, what is the main domain like WordPress or do you do it from scratch?
Actually, I'm a custom developer. I mean, custom website developer. I
Okay.
use the React.js and Node.js for mostly of all my works. And I worked with the WordPress before, but right now I'm focusing on the React and Node.js. That's my main driver right now.
So, you are a front end developer or a back end developer?
Actually, I'm a full stack and I do the both
Okay.
front
So,
end
you're a
and
full
back end.
stack developer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When and how did you start?
Actually, it's a start from my university. Like I
Okay.
was a computer science student, and uh, I was interested really into the machine learning. But the problem was there was not so much job in 2017 when I did the some thesis on that. But in our country, web development is really popular and easy to get a job. So I thought about give a try, and I learned about the PHP and Laravel. That was my first starting. That time I wasn't a totally freelancer. I was just looking up to, I mean, different freelancing side and having some knowledge, but I wasn't sure that I'm going to go through this line. But after the two local job, I'm totally sure that local jobs are not really good for me. So I switched myself into a freelancer. That is quite the story.
Cool. So, you started it from scratch, right? You didn't do any course or anything else.
I did a little course on the Laravel, but actually I didn't work with the Laravel. So you can say that I am self-taught using React and JavaScript. I mean, the whole JavaScript thing is self-taught because I did the course on the Laravel, but that's not relevant, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm not working with the Laravel anymore. I did for the local job, but after the local job, I'm working with just JavaScript and did some WordPress stuff and some design stuff, which I learned by myself and by searching the Google and everything like that.
Great, yeah. Matlab, from starting when you do it by yourself, you really learn a lot of stuff when you come into the market because working on a project and working on a real life project is very different, right?
Yeah, that's
So
true.
really appreciate how's the competition there in Bangladesh that was seeing how is the competition there?
Local job or the freelancing?
No, both. Let's discuss about both.
Okay, sure.
Both. How's
Okay,
the
sure.
competition in
So
freelancing domain?
okay, so in the freelancing domain, we have a lot of scam companies. Like they told you can earn a lot within some little time, and
Okay.
that's why people think that freelancing is really easy. And most of our people, also there is a lot of people who thinks that if there is nothing to do, they can just come to the freelancing and they can earn money easily. But the thing is, in our countries like India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh, whenever we go to the market, they give us a really legal price, right? Like
Yeah.
they think that we will do the work with like kind of free, like $5 for a to a big page or big website, like single page website. They just ask us for the $5 to $10, but that of course that should get something more like 40, 50 or $70. That will be just a good price, but they just ask us for this zero. And the problem is we have a lot of
So
people who doesn't know.
you do get clients who ask you to do something for free.
uh mm, yeah, I got some people who ask different thing for free, or the something like $5 or $10, but the work is worth around $100 or $200. But they are just going to say like do this on 10 or 20 because you are from Bangladesh and everything like that.
So they
The
treat.
people from foreign countries.
I know this. As a matter of fact, I do know this that the client from foreign do treat us as a daily wage worker. They pay $5 to $10 per day, but that's not really about the. It's all about the project, right? If the project is big,
Yeah,
then you have to demand more.
yeah, that's true. It's
And when you,
actually
yeah,
yeah. Actually, what I'm saying, like, firstly, when you are just starting on the beginning, you have to go through this type of thing. Like, they will ask you for the $5, and you have to. I mean, you don't have anything to show, or you don't have anything to do. Like, sometimes you for the getting some orders, you have to like if you're going to any platform like Upwork or Fiverr or something like that.
hmm.
On the first part you have to take low price orders, like really low price, like $5, $10. But after getting some orders, you can get something more, or you can think about something more. That's the goal. Or you
So do
can
you make
think
them
like
permanent client? Like you, if do you have any contact after your first transaction, after your first project?
uh, actually it depends on different project, right? Some people come back, and yeah, I have a long time relationship with some clients. Like some people also switch from the platform to my Skype or any other way, then we have contacted on that source after that. And also I did a lot of, I mean, there is a lot of client who need different changes after the work, so they
Hmm.
come back. Depends on what your project is. Or there is many project like one time project, and there is some project is not one time, that can go in further. Like most if you want to tell me about the freelancing, then I will say, if you are if anyone is just coming to the freelancing, they need to understand why people hire freelancer. Most of them hire freelancer for getting a cheap price. That is
Hmm.
one their goal, because if they go to any agency, like for the same web development I do for the $500, if you go to any company, they will ask you for the $10,000. Like it's, think about just United States of America. Okay, so they will charge you around $10 to $20,000 just for one single site, which I'm going to charge around 500 to $1,000 max. Actually max, that's not
Hmm.
the lowest, that's the max. That is the thing. So people normally who came into this site, they want something cheap. But sometimes people are not like that. Like they have a huge save in this part, right?
Yeah.
Like the website cost around $20,000, but they are getting it on $1,000. So if you can, I mean, satisfy them, there is a chance that you can charge higher, because they don't have any issue to give you like 2,000 or $3,000. Maybe they can't afford 10,000, but they can afford the 2,000 or 3,000. So
I would
that
like
is
to
the
add something here that when you
yeah,
said that the price of a freelancer is really low, but I would like to add something here that the product that you get is also very good as compared to a company, because they what they do is they usually keep template and they just pass it on, right? But
yeah, most of
as
them.
a freelancer you work on that project from scratch. If you're a web developer, for example, if you're a web developer, you get a project for like to build a platform for xyz company, and the domain is e-commerce. Then you, I don't think so many every freelancer go through that scratch process. Some freelancers also prefer that template is good, but as a freelancer you make sure that your product is good and the price is as cheap as possible,
Yeah,
right?
That's kind of true. So, but the thing is, when you work with a company, they have the more experienced guy on their side.
Hmm.
Like when you were working just from one source, like a freelancer has limits. Like a freelancer can think in one way. Like suppose if you take yourself as an example, like you like the website that
Hmm.
your personal choice, right? You will not
Yeah.
make something that you don't like because something will push you from the inside that like, this thing is not good or this thing is not like. But this is not about you, right? It's about the audience. So
Right.
whenever multiple people working on a same topic, they have I mean, on the agency they give the role to multiple people, so multiple people can just focus on their work. But in the freelancing, sometimes you have to think about the design or making the design better, or also you have to the development. I mean, when you were, I have did a lot of, I mean, I have did work with a lot of clients which design I improved or I changed here and there. Okay, these things you
Okay.
need to know. So you have to know about some extra little things about when you were working as a freelancer, like not only your domain, you have to go beyond your domain and you have to learn different things. Like I know about the design, I know about how to marketing different, I mean digital marketing, I have the basics and more than basics honestly. Also I am building my social media for so that I can show some clients that you have to go through this path. Like many people just come with their idea just with the website need actually. So if you are just charging for the website need, then sometimes there is no long run process, right? Because the
Right.
people will only make the website for once. They will never come back to you. So if you can give them some more benefit or some more things, then they might come back to you. So this is why you need to make your domain little bit larger and you have to give some specific service. That is what I'm going to suggest anyone who is just going to start the freelancing.
Cool. Actually, that's right because as a freelancer, you try to make a temporary client into permanent client because if you're earning $5 from a temporary client, for example, if you're earning $5 from temporary client, and rather than $5 you charge $10 and the product is not that good. So what happens is that that client will never come to you again. So you
Yeah,
charge
that's true.
$5 and then you provide the best product that you have so that the freelancer can come again and again. That $5 will convert into $20 to $25. That's what I'm saying basically, right?
Yeah, but kind of like you don't do a lot of work without getting so much money. Like you can give the examples that I made this, I can make this one to there. I mean, but it will take additional this much money because if you make a really good thing with $5, then the client will think this is what I got in $5. Okay, so there is
Okay.
also problem. So you have to think in like a way. Uh, you made the website as you want, then there can be some improvement. Okay, you can tell it to him like I can make the code little bit cleaner, but it will take more 2 days, and I will charge around $10 or $20 for this because this is how you can give it to another developer and he can easily exceed the whole code. But if I give you the current code, maybe in future you have to redo the whole work. Okay, so that will be cost you more, and that will not a good thing for you, right? So you do
Right.
you want this or do you want the current project that I can give? Okay, so this is how
So
you
how
need
how
to
do you
talk.
manage that permanent client that you get, that you convert your temporary client into permanent client? How do you manage that? Because if you are turning a permanent client into sorry temporary client into permanent client, then it's off that website, right? You personally connect and then you personally do other project. Then how come you are sure that they won't do any fraud, or they won't pay you after your project? How do you make sure of that?
Actually, there is no such way to just fix that they will pay or something like that. You just have to build trust, and sometimes you have to trust. That's it. uh, Sometimes you can just ask for some upfront, like you are working for a $1,000, you can tell like after doing the front end part or specific front end part, you will give me the half or you will give me the 40% or 50%. Normally, if you are working with someone you know, then you can just tell him, because you need to make the trust on same level, right? Because you can, as the way he can fraud with you, you can do too, right? So there is a
Right.
both way chance. So you have to on the same path. That is the way. And honestly, if you are coming into the freelancing, there is many chance that people will never pay you. Like I already, I mean, from the last year, I know a guy who talked with me Skype, and I got it from the Upwork, and he didn't give me my last payment. That was kind of huge at that time when I started. Like it was like $90, but I didn't get it yet, and I think I will never got it, because I'm just saying that $90 is not really high for right now, but it was that moment when I started. Like it's one
Now,
year
when you
ago,
start,
and
every penny counts, right? But
yeah, that's true.
what if I say you that you do have an option?
How?
So here I'm going to advertise my website. Sorry for that
Yeah,
in advance. But
yeah, sure.
when you visit our website, then you can see that we don't charge anything. Okay. So if you open your account and you just pass your URL, okay, we do have that feature that you can pass on your URL and then they can follow you. Okay. And in your URL they can send a proposal that we want you to do this project, and hence we don't charge anything. You can, rather than doing it off the chart, you can do it on the website with like live project will be handled by you on the website. So when you're turning your temporary client into permanent client, I guess that is a perfect platform for you.
Okay. I will check this out properly then.
Now, what do you think as a freelancer? What do you think about this?
It's a good idea, but the problem is like how you guys is going to ensure that he is going to give the payment. Like are you going to take it upfront like Fiverr? Like Fiverr, when someone give the order in Fiverr, he have to the payment is already on Fiverr hand, not the client hand, not the hand of the people who is working. So
Yeah,
how you
very
are
good
going to
question.
handle
For
it?
security purposes, what we have done is that when a client creates a milestone, okay, so that
Yeah.
milestone is actually actually money. So if any problem goes like there is this 5 project you have to do for a client, and 5 project is like in a single project, and they what they do is they make 5 milestones. So upon completing a single project, that is a milestone, they will release payment. And if they won't release this payment, then you have that you have all the right to not do that other 4 projects, other 4 milestones. So if anything goes wrong, then you can again there's this feature on our website where you can raise a dispute that he is not paying. So we'll personally look into the matter that whether you have done the project or whether he's trying to scam you. And we have already that money. So if you have done the project and if he's trying to scam you, then in that case the money will go to you. So we have made
Okay.
sure that upon if a freelancer is safe, then and then on then is the only case that a freelancer can trust you.
And that's true, but sometimes you got client like they don't have the money currently, but they are going to pay me later. So when you have the trust, sometimes you have to do their work. So how you're gonna handle that?
In that situation, I guess we can work on that. This scenario actually never rose, so we never thought about this scenario. But in that
Okay.
case, what you can do is you can simply do the project without any money. You can say them that you can pay me later. You can just now you have to create zero or $1 milestone so that I can do your project, and after that you can pay us.
Okay. Sure.
Because we don't charge you anything, so any money that he is going to pay, it's going to you. No
Okay.
commission,
This
no
sounds
upfront
good.
money. So yeah, you just have to create your account and just pass on the URL that you follow me up here, and you can send me a proposal and I will do your project there. And you can, the dashboard is very elegant and it's very good. You, if you look into it, the dashboard is designed in a way so that you can track all your projects, the upcoming projects, or the projects that you don't even have, that's in the pending projects, the money that you got, you can handle it all. You must be creating an Excel sheet for handling that kind of work. In that, rather than that, we are providing a platform for you.
Yeah, that's good.
So, as a
Yeah,
freelancer, what do you think?
it's a good idea, but honestly, like taking clients to another site is sometimes is not. I mean, they don't like it. Like
Okay,
people, when people want to connect with people, they just want something to easy messaging, right? Something like where they can just directly message and everything like that. Now we have a lot of way to connect with client directly, like Skype, then we have WhatsApp on our PC, then also some people use the Zoom, also some people use something different, like there is a easy way, Discord is a way, Slack is a way. So here now we have a lot of ways to connect with the people. So it's really hard to I mean, tell someone to use a particular site, because most of them are not that free to just learn a new site. Maybe they are just going to use the site they used already. So
cool.
that can be a problem for you,
No, no
or
problem. I was
you
just
can.
trying to advertise my website. No worries.
Yeah, sure.
So, moving on to the next question. What was
Okay.
your parents' opinion or reaction when you started?
Uh, Actually, my parents still think I just play games or something like that with computer
Okay.
yet. They don't understand totally what I do or something like that. And I don't earn honestly that much to just give them a lot of money, so they don't care yet. Honestly,
So,
they
they
don't
don't
have
even know
anything.
that you are currently doing freelancing on a permanent basis.
Yeah, they know some of it, but they don't totally understand, and I don't totally try to explain, because like a typical parents of the Asian, they don't understand what people, I mean the children do. They just think they knows better, and they knows what is going to happen. So they are just giving me chance to do my thing. So if I fail someday, they are just going to tell like, this is what I already told you, this is what I have always saying, you go for the local jobs, go for the something like that. That's
Like
it.
parents,
Go for
parents
the
stuff, right?
government job. Yeah, yeah. Go for the
So,
government job or something
do
like
you
that.
really love what you do? Like, do you like what you do? Do you love what you do?
Uh, yeah, honestly, I was interested to be an engineer from my childhood, so it's just my passion, and plus I'm loving to do it. So yeah, that is what I think. And also honestly, within the time, the more I know with people, I mean talk with the people about the programming and all the stuff, I really love it. But honestly, what I think, one thing is missing, like I really want to create solutions or do big stuff, like not just simple freelancing, because the freelancing is really small if you think about the big puzzle. Like
Okay,
main part is from the director, or you can think who runs the project, or who do the whole work. Like you can hire freelancer for do my job, right? You can
right,
just go someone else for do the same job, and maybe they can make the better from me, because I'm not on to the top one, right? So
right.
what my main thinking is, I'm going to help people to do the whole thing. Like I have the knowledge of the coding, but honestly I want to be someone like who can get a project, or who can think make an idea to the whole project, and you can trust with me, because that's what I want to be, something like that.
Cool. So you have a big dream and you're trying to
Yeah,
get there slowly
yeah,
and
slowly,
efficiently. I guess you will get there.
yeah, sure.
So what is your
Thanks.
daily schedule like? Like, what do you do on when do
it's
you wake
it's
up?
totally mixed, honestly, because I normally got recently all the client I'm getting from the USA, so most of their morning is from my 7 p.m. So it's a huge gap, around 10 or to more than 10 hours
Okay.
sometimes. So yeah, 10-hour gaps, and that's why I have to work from the 7 p.m. to I normally work from 7 to 2. Sometimes I work less than that. Actually, what I do right now, I am just growing myself. I'm giving time to grow myself, so I work around 4 to 5 hours every day, and other time I spend on learning some new things, on learning some new tactics or some projects, or do some side works that going to help me to charge more, or to do different stuff for myself. That is what my goal is. So I'm just earning the money that can just go give my all expenses right now, and I'm looking
Okay.
on the big picture. That is what I think everyone is missing. Like, some people are financing around 10 or 12 years, or that is huge, not that huge. If you think around like 5 to 6 year, and they don't have that much charging, still they are charging low. Like, they are charging 40 to 50 dollars for just one single page. But whenever you are going to on the top side, you can charge around 100, 200, 300, or 500 just for one single landing page. You have to know the knowledge where the things convert. Like, if you think about a landing page, you have to do the website, right?
Yeah.
Uh, that is the small part of the big puzzle. So big puzzle is what you have to make a landing page which is going to convert well, which will have better SEO, right? But the
Yeah.
problem is, when developer work, they just made the as the design, and they don't think about anything. They don't think about the UX design. They don't think about like how the conversation can be better, because there sometimes the design is not correct for the client. You have to talk with the client what their needs, why they are making this thing, because this is how you can sell yourself, or you can sell your service. If you're just selling, just do the coding and coding, you will always do the coding, and you will never get a high price, because your coding ability is not growing, right? Because
Right.
if you think about the Uber is just a one-time app, right? Like, you can get it from like $50,000, or maybe something better, right? Like, when once you made the whole thing, you don't have anything to hear, right? Because you just have to maintain it. You don't have to get really spend a lot of money to making something. Only when if you are getting many money from here, like a lot of money coming from the app, then you are going to think about, let's spend some money on the software side, right?
Right.
Before that, you will never think about that. So we need to, as a developer, you need to think about what you can do from your side, like how you can make this thing better so that you can charge better. That is should be anyone goal. So this is how my whole thing. I mean, my whole 8 hours, or something you think like 10 hours, just cut into the half. Like, I only work around 4 to 5 hours every day, and I put other hours to make my own skill. So my schedule is like from 7 to 12. I mean, this is the PM, 7 p.m. to 12 a.m., something like that. I
Okay.
work for any client, and other times I spend on some other things.
Cool. So you really work hard. Huh? It's really something that anybody should be inspired. If they think they can do, then I guess they can do it really, because you are working as a freelancer and then you're working on your own for your big dream. So I guess that's
Yeah.
really appreciated. So moving on to the next question. Would you
Yeah, sure.
prefer to change your career if given a chance? Like if, for example, like if Apple comes and they says like you're doing really good projects and we would like to hire you, would you really go with that, or rather than that you would stick to your freelancing career and then make it big when you feel like?
I mean, there is a something going on, right? Like, from no matter how hard you try, if your goal is really getting good in this particular field, like web development or the engineering field, I would suggest you to leave our countries, like Bangladesh, Pakistan, or India. They are not able to go that beyond level. You have to go
Okay.
outside, you have to meet these countries to learn about them because they are really using it. You don't have like our country doesn't have any idea that Facebook is always hearing us, right? Like they are
Right.
always hearing us, they are always giving the ads, and they're, I mean, Facebook is giving us everything free. Like we can talk, we can call every time. They don't charge anything, but they are charging us something in behind. Like all
Yeah.
the ads, all the things we buy from the Facebook, they're just earning from there, right? So I want to
Right.
make something like this, like a product or something like which will give me the everything that so that I don't have to work for like normal people like 8 hours. So in some sense I just want to build some passive income which is going to give me money while I'm sleeping. So that is what my end goal is. And for that, if Apple or some big companies I got a chance with a visa, maybe I would took them, but I will, from inside I always wanted to be a freelancer or work as a freelancer because this is the freedom, right? So
Yeah.
maybe in future I will just work on my project or my thinking or my stuff. So in this process, maybe I can took something which is going to give me more. Like there is a limit when you are freelancing, right? Because
Right.
the money has limited. If you do a really good job, then maybe you can earn a lot of money, but that's not for everyone case, right? But there are
Right.
people who earns good money, they think everyone is going to earn good money. That's not happen with everyone case. So if I got a good chance, then I will just get that to catch my dream. That is my goal. There is no specific thing, but what I want to do, I want to live a life with my freedom. So maybe I join with the Apple, but I'm going to leave the job in sometimes, like after 2 years or 3 years, when I can get some money for making my thing. I mean, I have the way that I can do on my things. That
Cool.
will be the
Cool.
goal.
That's why the point that you said was like people from India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan. They should really get out and not literally get out, but have out reach out to other people from other countries so that you can improve yourself. And I would say that at some point I do think that is a correct statement because and that's the reason why we see a lot of freelancers because if you don't have a way out then people will try to get innovative, right? And that's the current situation in freelancing, that we saw a really big rise in this freelancing industry from India, Pakistan and Bangladesh because they felt like there's no such environment where you can truly embrace that and grow your skills or qualities. So I guess at some point I do think that that is correct, and people should really reach out to other people so that they can really improve their skills and improve themselves overall. So yeah, at last I would like to ask you, what is that one thing that you would like to tell our viewers or your viewers, that one thing that you would really be known for?
Yeah, actually, currently, my goal is helping others while learning, or you can think with the process. Right now, if you are doing anything, like hobby or whoever listening this, if you have anything, learn about it. Like there is always a chance that you can earn money from anything, but you have to make it on perfect way. Like some people are giving the motivation and they are earning a huge than
Right.
what you think. So
Video
maybe you
demand,
can
right?
just,
Video
yeah.
demand is
So you
also
have to
so a
do it.
really
Yeah,
huge amount of
motivation is really
those
doing.
viewers.
self Self development field is really boosting right now, and people has a lot of things. The thing is, you have to take action. No matter how many motivation you take, how many watch video you watch, like Sandeep Maheshwari or something like that, that is not going to help you for a long run because you are not taking any action. So it's
Right.
your knowledge. Yeah, of course, it's your knowledge that you know how to get out from the depression. But if you stay there and you think that I am doing great, that's not a way. You have to get out from the depression, and you have to make the thing. Like go, if you think about earning about the money, then I would say take the way that you can earn money. Don't just follow blindly someone. Like, I didn't know when I started that people can make money from the Instagram. Like, if I know, then I would build the Instagram from my zero when I started, because I know the Instagram from 2016, I think 16 or 15. If I
Okay.
started that time, then I would have around 200 or 300 or more than 500 people on Instagram, because that time it was organic, and that time it was very easy to get people. But right now, if you come to the competition, there is a huge part of it. Like, there is a many people are going there, and they everyone trying to sell, everyone trying to change the whole thing. So yeah, that is the thing. You have to, I mean, fix your passion, or not every time the passion is created. Like, whatever you are doing, make something interesting for everyone and share it on your process. Like, suppose you are learning the web development, make something interesting. Why you have to go through the boring tutorials and boring stuff? Like, you are making an e-commerce, you don't have to do it. Make something which you want, like something from your life, like a storyteller, or something what you really like, not specific the things people are blindly doing. Because we have the tutorials on that, we have the thing that everyone making, like everyone is making the same thing, and that's why some people are not getting anywhere with their life. That is what you need to change. Like, you don't have to follow someone blindly, you have to take your action. And everyone, I think everyone journey is different, so they have to think about on their way, not someone else way. Someone else have different country, maybe different situation, that this why they got something. But there is no way that you are going to get something on their way. You have to make your
Right.
own way to
Right.
go your path, or catch your dream. And that's it. And if you are wanting, I mean, there is no such a way that you have to be freelancer, or you have to earn a lot of money to be happy in your life. If you are happy with small money, then it's okay. There is no problem with that. But thing is, if you have a good life, plus if you have enough money to live your life, then it's perfect. So making the perfect, I think you should focus on the money when you are, I mean, at a part of your life. Like, every day you work for 8 hours, just 1 or 2 hours spend to learn how you can income money, or how the money works. Because we have every knowledge, but we don't have any knowledge about the money. Because the
Right.
money is something that you can earn in many ways. And maybe you are doing wrong, this is why you are just living a life, and you are thinking that someday I will make the money, but thing is never happens. Like, a simple example I can give you, like, suppose you were a freelancer and you were thinking that I'm making $2,000 per month, and this is
Okay.
really huge. But the problem is, like, you are making 2,000, but think about the client you were working for. He's making 5,000 without doing anything. Like, he just
Right.
gives you the instruction, and he is getting 5,000 without thinking about anything. Sometimes it's going to like 50,000 or more than that, and you are just getting paid like 2,000. So you have to go. There is some big fish on the field. So you have to learn how can I go to upper level so that I can earn more, or I can know that. So we are missing this part. Like, particularly, some people don't, I mean, our country education never teaches how to earn money or do something like that. Just they just teach us some way how we can be a employer. So be
Right.
a employer is never going to make you something really great. That is the thing. Like, if you
Right.
are a web developer, maybe try to learn the designing. Or maybe, like, as a front end developer, I always suggest people to learn about the UX and the UI design, because that is what you need. Because just the front end they can make by anyone. Like, see, in some years you will find out the robots who will make the design, who will do the coding, right? Because
Right.
already we are getting it. So maybe to make your job as a bulletproof, you need to learn different skill, and you have to make it your own version. Like, if you know how to make money, plus if you know how to do the design, also you know how to make the website, then you have some rare skills on together, right? Then you
Right.
can
So
maybe do
basically, what you're
something.
saying is like find out what you want to do and
Yeah,
learn. right?
learn more,
knowledge is
read
knowledge is
stuff.
knowledge should
Yeah,
be a priority, and you should know that what you want to become in future. So aim is
yeah,
also
that's
important.
true.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah,
Aim and
you
knowledge.
can call it as like niche. Like this is what one thing I want to tell people. Like you should know about what your niche. Like from the 0 point, you should know that I want to reach here, so how I can go there. So if you
Right.
don't have this goal, then you will never go there, because we don't know about the path, how the things will go and how we will reach that point. To reach that point, you have to know that I'm going to take these steps to go there.
Right.
Like if I want to be a freelancer, I need to have a Pioneer or PayPal or something like that, because
Right.
no matter how hard I work, if my Pioneer or PayPal account is banned, then there is no way that I can get money, right?
Right.
Because yeah, you were stuck on the middle. So this is how you need to know how I am going to reach that point. And already there is a lot of thing on the Google and YouTube. So I think before asking anyone that I want to do this, just go and search. That is the best way to learn. And after searching, don't just believe someone blindly that I am incoming this much, I am doing that much, I'm doing this. In his case, maybe that's successful, but in your case it can be never happen, because
Right.
everyone's life is different and everyone takings is different. Like someone think that half glass is full, someone think that half glass is empty. So it's up to
Empty.
you how you
Hmm.
see this one. Yeah,
Right.
so this is all I want to tell anyone.
So let's sum up this. It was great talking to you, Mohammed. Let's
Yeah,
We can catch up some any other time if you feel like.
yeah, sure, no problem.
Sure. So myself, Faz, and signing off.